Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. You know, all of this woke indoctrination that's being put into all of entertainment, every show, every movie, it's changing us. It's warping us. The leftist agenda is in almost everything that we consume, yet we don't say or do anything about it. In fact, we continue to fund it. And at the same time, wonder why society is falling apart. So this has nothing to do with not wanting you to have fun or be entertained in any way, shape, or form. But we should be aware of what we're funding. Hey, real quick, would you consider hitting that thumbs up button? You know, when you like this video, you're not agreeing with the insanity. You're helping push this video out to more people to help spread the truth. Now, there's lots of movies I could be talking about. For instance, Queer. Now, Gladiator 2. This movie is a sequel to Gladiator. Now, Gladiator is one of those movies that's hailed as one of the greats for this for the genre. Now, Gladiator 2 is supposed to bring back that same type of storytelling, recapture what made the first one great. In fact, it's Ridley Scott, the same director as the first Gladiator. Typically with movies like this, you'll see directors that are different for the sequels, and then they come out and it's like a completely different type of movie, and it just stinks. You know, it's never the same. But this is the original director, and this movie is actually not getting that great of reviews. It's getting really, really bad reviews, saying that it literally is just trying to copy the first one. Gladiator 2 tries to capture the spectacle of the original. It ends up trading away its emotional depth, character-driven narrative for a loud, fragmented, and sometimes bizarre spectacle. Mediocre copy of the first movie. What a mess. Influencer-like sentences engraved on the Colosseum walls in English, just what we want. Now, this movie could have just come and gone, but Denzel Washington, playing one of the lead characters in this movie, well, he decided on the press tour that he was doing for this movie to just go a little... In fact, watch this little series of clips, and I'm going to show you something. A little timeline here of Denzel Washington on the press tour. Listen to what he has to say, and then I'm going to show you how he completely contradicts himself and turns this movie into, well, just a woke mess for no reason.
I kissed a man.
No.
They cut it.
What? Are you kidding?
You see me kissing the hands and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
You actually made out with them?
I didn't make out with them.
With
a
the
dry
Empress?
kiss.
A dry kiss.
A dry
okay,
kiss it
right.
was.
It wasn't tongues, but it was...
For a moment I was going like, no, it was not tongues. It was not tongues. It was not tongues.
Why did Ridley Scott cut that?
Ask him when you see
I
him.
will. I'm absolutely shook.
What in Rome, man?
Why did Ridley Scott cut that? Ask him when you see him. Denzel Washington is making a big deal, or he made a big deal when promoting this movie. He even went on LGB podcast to try to prove the point that they're with it, you know. In fact, Denzel Washington says Gladiator 2 cut his full-on J-kiss of death. I think they got chicken. Now, Washington went on the LGB news outlet Getty and was asked questions about this. And he said, when asked how J is the Roman Empire, Washington responded with the reveal about his same sexual kiss. He said, I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it out. They cut it. I think they got chicken, trying to make it sound like it's all Ridley Scott's fault. Like they were going to have this super passionate LGB shout out type kiss in the movie, but Ridley Scott chickened out. Again, Denzel Washington has been pushing this over and over and over. But I thought this was an interesting point. Here, listen to this, and then I'm going to show you how Denzel completely contradicts himself in front of his wife.
So disappointing, because it was also presented to me that over the course of his career, he never did a sex scene or any type of strong kissing out of respect for his wife. So you live a whole career that way, yet you go and kiss a man. And what's also frustrating is that they all feel like they have to pledge allegiance to the alphabet mafia.
Listen to what he has to say when, now his wife is around. Remember, this is the guy that, out of respect for his wife, didn't really do a whole lot of things that would have made his wife uncomfortable. But here he is in front of his wife now, and then he's asked about the kissing scene, and listen to what he has to say.
Talk about the kiss. Ridley said he never saw the kiss. He said it didn't happen.
It's much ado about nothing.
Right.
It really is much ado about nothing. You know, they're making more of it than it was. I kissed him on his hands. I gave him a peck, and I killed him.
I have to tell you, us gay boys want to see Denzel kissing another man.
Well, I don't have the part yet. You gonna write it? All right.
What happened to Ridley Scott just being too chicken? And now here is Denzel, when asked about it in front of his wife. Oh, they're making a big deal out of nothing. It was just a little peck. It was the kiss of, it was nothing. These people don't actually believe everything that they're trying to indoctrinate you with. Do you understand that yet? You're funding people who don't have a backbone. Now, Denzel Washington has claimed to be a Christian for a long time. There's many viral clips of Denzel Washington talking about God, talking about his faith. And then there's always something that, he turns around and says or does that contradicts it, and you go, oh, okay, that, he's a little out there in a lot of ways. Now, Wicked is the newest movie about Wicked. Now, of course, this movie is set in the same universe as The Wizard of Oz. The Wicked movie is based on the musical, which, smash hit, right? A lot of people, you either love Wicked or you don't. There's a lot of diehard Wicked fans. And me just even bringing this up in my video is going to set them off. I understand that. But the thing is that there is a hidden agenda in these movies. And I guarantee you, watch, when Wicked 2 comes out, which it's already in pre-production now, Wicked 1 was extremely popular. It did very well. And so now they're making number 2, and it's going to have a stronger, more in-your-face agenda to it. But when it comes to Wicked 1, a lot of the agenda, while there is a sniff of it in the actual movie, a lot of the agenda comes outside of the movie. But again, you're funding these people. You're telling these people, here is some money for you to continue doing what you're doing, saying what you're saying, indoctrinating like you're indoctrinating, and just spreading literal depravity everywhere. Here's all the things that they had to say, and Ariana Grande, that they had to say about the movie and about themselves while promoting Wicked.
Really good chats with Johnny Bailey. Johnny and I had a really wonderful conversation about queerness and what that means for us and how we move through the world in our own queerness. And he's so passionate about making sure that there's space for all of us, and
So Cynthia is an LGB, and she is very outspoken about it. In fact, here's a little clip as well.
As a black woman who is queer, who
it's-
shows up in this way,
Absolutely.
there's something that I have that many other alphabets don't have.
Of
They
course.
don't know what it is like to walk through the world like this. I do.
Yeah.
And so that immediately makes me completely different. And the way he shot it, the way, the space that he gave me to do it.
So it's clear that she is the first Elphaba to be LGB, as she claims. And they gave her space to allow that to be a part of her character. And you're going to see that continue to develop and be a major part of the second Wicked. Once again, here they are trying to convince you that everything is LGB.
Not to be corny, but make the world a safer place, especially right now,
Especially right now.
It's the most important work that we can do is learn how we can, listen and be there for each other and the people that we love, and especially the most beautiful community in the entire world. And
She looks possessed.
I love my queer brothers and sisters so much, more than anything.
We love you back.
We do.
I want to throw a theory or an idea out there. Fierro, okay? His musical number I love so much because the girls in town love him, but also the boys do, Bo and Yang. Do we think that maybe Fierro likes the attention from both? I don't know.
Of course. Well, Oz is a very queer place and has always been.
Yeah.
Even from the L. Frank Baum books, it's always been queer.
Yeah.
Of course, it's always been LGB. You see how they have to change history? They have to literally convince you that something that was not actually was to prove their points. That's not how things work, by the way. There is a such thing as objective truth, and that kind of gets in the way. That's why they're trying to get rid of objective truth. They're trying to get rid of truth and make it a personal thing. But it's not going to work. Well, you can see what it did to them. It looks like they've literally had their souls sucked out of them, and they are husks. Look at the way these women look. In fact, this was something that went viral before filming Wicked. And after filming Wicked, you can see these women look like husks afterwards. And then it goes on and it shows this was Ariana in 2018 and Ariana after filming Wicked. But again, you're not allowed to say what I'm saying because a lot of people grew up on Wicked. They grew up on The Wizard of Oz. You're hurting my feelings. When in reality, we would rather push the truth aside. We would rather not see what's directly in front of our face because I would rather be entertained while the world burns around me. Look at Psalm chapter 2 with me real quick. Listen to this. Why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heaven laughs. The Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. He laughs at those who try to sow discord, who try to create destruction, and who try to implement their own futile ways. The Lord is not intimidated by them. The Lord is in control, and it is the Lord's will that will be done, no matter what. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, join this community. I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And please, hit that thumbs up button as well. You know, when you like this video, to get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread the truth. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.